Welcome to N.W.J. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm hearing it so much and seeing so many people talk about it. I thought I'd ask you guys what you thought. Do you think the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight was rigged? Um, I know a lot of people got rubbed the wrong way when they saw Mr. Paul buy Tyron Woodley a Rolex before the fight, and Woodley gladly accepted. I noticed after the fight, Woodley had on a smiley face T-shirt with the money symbol in there. So I thought that might not be the shirt you want to wear after a fight like that. And when I first saw the knockdown, I didn't watch it live. I saw it later. I thought it seemed kind of funny because the moment he got touched, his body seemed to just go limp. You know, it wasn't like a hit and then he goes limp. It was almost like right when it touched him. But I find it hard to believe that it was fixed for the fact that he fell on his face, his whole body went limp, and he could have broken his nose easily falling on the canvas like that. Ain't even got to be a real hard canvas for you to break your nose doing something like that. Could have busted his lip. And, you know, there's people out there saying, you know, I fall on my face for so many million, but, you know, that's easy to say until you actually do it. Your natural instinct when you fall like that would be to put your hands down and break your fall. Go watch Rocky 4. Notice when Drago hit Creed with that final shot, he's falling with his hands down, and he knew, like, right before he landed, his hands go out to break his fall. So, I mean, no matter how much money he was paid, I can't see a dude falling on his face like that, you know, being fixed. And people talk about, you know, that Jake Paul gave us a little sign that he was about to throw the punch. He went like that. I've seen tons of fights where fighters do that, like even just clowning around, winding up like I'm about to hit you, and then they say he lowered his glove. But I mean, like I said, I didn't see the whole fight, but I heard somewhere that Woodley was lowering his glove the whole fight. So I heard it was a pretty much boring fight before that. So I just don't see, because Woodley has a lot of confidence. I can't see Woodley going out like that, especially against a guy he considers, you know, not that experienced. I can't see him taking a payoff like that, because it could eventually come out and it would ruin his reputation. It'd be hard for him to get future fights. And he's still talking about fighting, so I don't think he would go out face first and then talk about, yeah, I'm going to keep fighting if it was thrown. You know, I think it was legit. I think that Jake Paul is just carefully selecting his opponents. We'll see what happens when he fights a real fighter like Tommy Fury. I heard Skip Bayless talking about Tommy Fury pulled out of the fight. Like, he didn't want any parts of Jake Paul. The dude has a legit rib injury. You could hear all the congestion he had during the interview. He's coughing and stuff. The dude ain't scared of no Jake Paul. Stop it, Skip. But I just don't think it was rigged. I know fights back in the day were rigged. A lot of the boxing especially was rigged. You know, there's evidence out there. I've heard things about certain games in college being rigged, basketball games. I know boxing was heavily rigged back in the days, like in the 50s and 60s. And the punch Ali landed on Sonny Liston, you know, people thought that was suspect for years. Even Ali, when he knocked him down, he's like, get up. He didn't seem to even think he hit him with a hard enough blow to knock him out. But Jake Paul really cracked Tyron Woodley. And he said he kept throwing it down the middle and it wouldn't land. So he looped it, and that's how he caught Woodley. I don't think Woodley belongs in a boxing ring anymore unless he really gets serious about it and gets a serious trainer, because, you know, he's been looking shady even before he got in the ring with Jake Paul, you know. And it's like once your chin goes, it's hard to get it back, you know. It's like they say about muscle memory. It's like your chin has a memory. Like the minute you get hit, it starts to quiver, and then, you know, your legs go. So I don't believe the fight was fixed. Let me know what you guys think. Do you see any other evidence that makes you believe that the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight was fixed? I know one thing: if Jake Paul gets in the ring with Tommy Fury's not taking any amount of money to fix a fight. You know, the Furies really are into fighting. That's what they do. They're not taking, you could offer them $1 billion. They're not going to fall for no amount of money. You know, some things in life are more important than money. And I think it's just hard for a lot of people to believe that a former YouTube guy is knocking out professional fighters. But like I said in my other video, it involves your will. Whoever's got the strongest will is going to beat the other guy, even if the other guy has the most skill in most cases. Maybe not all the time, but in a lot of cases, the will beats the skill. I know it's a fictional movie, but Rocky. Creed was definitely the more skillful fighter between he and Rocky Balboa. But Rocky Balboa gave him all he can handle in the first fight, knocked him down. Rocky 2 won the title. I know it's fiction, but you can go back and find some real fights like that where a guy that showed the most heart went in there and beat the guy that was supposed to have the most skill going into the fight. Like I said, I don't think the fight was fixed at all. Anyway, this is N.W.J. Make sure you subscribe. Let's make 2022 a great year of pugilism. Thank you for watching.